Hello everyone, I am Joric A. Labrador Jr. In this video, we will be exploring the Ubuntu terminal commands together with my partner, Mr. Pateño. Before showing you the commands, we have to first open the command windows or what we call the terminal. There are two ways to open the terminal in Ubuntu. You have to right click the screen and click this open in terminal button, or you can go to show application and type the word terminal and press the enter keyboard. The first command is the ls command. This command is used to list or print the contents or folders of the directory. By default, it prints the directory of this folder, Linux VBox. So let's enter this command. As you can see, it prints this content. The next command is the cd command. This command is used to navigate the directories. For example, if we want to go to the directory desktop, we have to type the cd command and the name of that directory. And to go back to the home directory, we have just to type the cd command and press enter. The next command is the pw command. This command is used to print the current directory path starting from the root. So we are currently in the desktop directory, and the previous branching directories is the Linux VBox and the home. The next command is the mkdir command. This command is used to create directories. For example, if we want to create a new directory in the desktop, we have to use this mkdir command. But first, we have to change directory in the desktop. And then use the mkdir command. And we will name it as folder. Now let's check in the desktop if this directory is created with the name folder. As you can see, it is created in our desktop. It also shows in our desktop category here. The next command is the rm command. This command is used to remove files. For example, in our directory desktop, we want to delete this text file erase me. So we will use the command rm and the name of that file you want to remove. Let's check in the directory desktop if the file is removed or not. As you can see, the file erase me is removed. It also does not show in our trash can, so be careful using this command. The next command is the cp command. This command is used to copy files. For example, right here in our directory desktop, we have a file named copy.me. We want to copy this on the same directory, and for that to work, we have to be on that directory and use cp command and the name of that file you want to copy and give it a new name for it to work. Let's check if this file is copied with the name new name. As you can see, the file is copied with a new name. But what if we want to copy this file on a different location? For that to work, we have to copy the file, then the location that you want to put that file. For example, in our desktop, we have a directory called folder. Let's check on this folder if it really in there. As you can see, it's inside our directory called folder.
Again, I'm Yvan Pateño. So in continuation to the exploration of the Ubuntu terminals, we can also use the touch command. So touch command simply it creates files in your desktop. So file 1. In making your file, I mean in execution the touch command, you need to make sure that there is no space between your file name. It's because if you are going to put a space between, for example, file and 1, it can create 2 files in the desktop. So you need to make sure that there's no spacing with it within your file name. So file 1, you need to create 2 files, and file 2. And if we are going to check if the file 1 and file 2 is transferring our desktop, so we need to type the command for list, which is the ls. So as you can see, the file 1 and file 2 can be found in our desktop. And also we can also use the cat command. Cat command simply, for example, in the file 1, you can use the cat command in order to put a content or a message in your file 1. For example, file 1, so we can type Yvan is handsome, and Control D in order to terminate the command. Again, also cat file 2, we can say no, you're not. With exclamation point. So, and again, Control D to terminate the command. And if we are going to check if the Yvan is handsome or the know you're not content is being found in our file 1 and file 2, we can use the cat file 1 and file 2. So as you can see, our cat command is success, diba? As you can see, the content of the file 1 can be found here, the first line, and the content or the message of the file 2 can be found in the second line. And also we can use the head file or tail file. So the use of the head file is like you are showing the first 10 lines of your file, or the inside of the file that you're going to execute. So for example, we need to add we can add a touch file 3, and in our so to make sure is ls, so file 1, file 2, file 3. Or you can also use a ls with -l to long list, or what we call as long list. So file 1, file 2, file 3. So cat, so we need to put a content with it. File 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So to terminate the cat command, you need to press the Control and the D. So diba, the content of your file 3 is 1 up to 20. So the use of the head command is it will represent the first 10 content or the message or the first 10 lines of your file 3, or the file that you are going to navigating. For example, head file 3, so the 1 up to 10 is the 1 up to 10 is illustrated in the as you execute the head file 3. And if we are going to use the tail file 3, so the 11 to 20 is being illustrated. It's because the tail is like it will be it will be presenting the last 10 lines in your file that you are going to explore. And then lastly, we can also use the move or MV file 1 to file 2. So meaning the content of our file 1 can be moved in or will be moved in the file 2. So if we're going to check it, so type ls. So as you can see, our desktop or the file that can be shown in our desktop is the only the file 2 and the file 3, and the file 1 is being moved to the file 2. And if we're going to move the file 2 to file 3, we can type file 2 to file 3 and ls. So diba, file 3 na bilit. So that's all for my part. Thank you for listening, and God bless you all.